And we're joined by Coach Josh Heupel from UCF. Knights are 4-2 overall, 1-1 in the American Athletic Conference. Knights were in action Friday against Cincinnati. Cincinnati won the game 27-24. The Knights are idle this week. They'll be back in action on the 19th of October against ECU. Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. We'll just get your thoughts on the Friday night game at Cincinnati, please, and your plans for the open week as you get ready to face ECU on the 19th.
Yeah, obviously everybody's disappointed in the outcome of the football game. I'm pleased that our kids continue to fight and compete for 60 minutes there. Opportunities that were squandered offensively in the red zone, turnovers. You lose the turnover battle. It's tough to win against a good football team on the road. A lot of areas that we have an opportunity and can be better in, and we'll focus on those things here this bye week and get ready for the following week.
Hold on to questions for Coach Josh Heupel, please. Star 1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue, and then the operator will introduce you.
Thank you. We'll now take our first question from Leo Haggerty with It's Sports Magazine. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Coach.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine, Coach. Thanks for asking. Coach, on your offensive ready sheet, do you have a specific column for 2-point plays, or is it just something off the short yardage?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
On your offensive ready sheet, do you have a specific column strictly with 2-point plays, or are you just looking off there, maybe the short yardage sheet?
That was something that we just had for Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm. Coach, last question. Thank you for your time. With the way the red shirt rule is with the 4 games now, somebody gets hurt, their season's not necessarily over. Do you look at that on an individual basis, or is it a group idea that, maybe we can get 4 or 5 guys ready at the end of the season?
I think you're constantly evaluating where you're at in your program at each position, how guys are developing, and who has an opportunity to help you, each week, and so we base it off of that.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thank you. We'll now take our next question from Brian Murphy with Black and Gold Banneret. Please go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Thank you. You talked about the areas in which, this team needs to get better at during the bye. After looking at the Cincinnati film, can you be specific on what maybe concerns you most coming out of that film and what you need to fix? Maybe what's the most priority fixes you need to take in this bye week?
Well, first of all, I think there's a lot of things that our kids and staff did really well. At the end of the day, you look at it, 44 plays, I think, in our first 4 drives, 3 points, maybe 6 at that time. Opportunities in the red zone that we didn't take advantage of. And so that's, executing the run game a little bit better. I think we had a penalty that got us behind the chains again down there. You can't have those things happen, and then you got to execute in the pass game when you need to. And so it's not a major overhaul. It's doing the little things at a really high level.
And my last question, in the last couple of games, you know how dangerous Adrian Killens and Otis Anderson can be in open spaces. In the last few games, Adrian has not been targeted in the passing game, and Otis, I think, has received 4 targets total. Do you need to do more to get them in open spaces?
Yeah, some of our run games based on trying to get those guys in open spaces is as well. And I think our staff and players did a good job of adjusting, schematically to some things that were different than what we had anticipated or seen on tape versus Cincinnati. And at the end of the day, just didn't execute enough and score enough points to get a win.
Thank you.
We'll now take our next question from Kyle Nash with sportsmediapass.com. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Coach. Just want to ask real quick, obviously you've heard the share of criticism, but you guys had 4 turnovers and still kept it within 3 points. What does that say about your team to still keep it close, even though the battle is starting with a bit of a struggle there?
Yeah, typically you lose the turnover battle like that. Score is not going to be as close as it was. We take that doesn't make you feel any better at the end of the day. In our 2 losses, combined by 4 points, we've been on the wrong side of the scoreboard, and you look at those 2 games, it's, we've lost the turnover battle 6-2 combined in those 2 football games, I believe. So we got to take care of the football. It's a huge part of making the most of your opportunities in the red zone. whether you're getting 7 or 3 out of those, and can be the difference in the football game.
Coach, I'm sure by now, last question, by the way. Coach, I'm sure you heard by now the Nate Evans clip about him comparing football and life and whatnot. When you heard that, what exactly did you think, and how much does that speak to Nate Evans as a leader?
It does speak to Nate as a leader, but I think football is a real life conduit of what life is like, and our kids prepared in a great way. They played extremely hard. We didn't find a way to come out on the right side of it, coaches and players together. But as you pick up and move forward, you can only control what's next in front of you. That's today, and that's preparing for our next opportunity. Our kids are resilient. They're highly competitive. Our coaching staff is as well. This program will continue to move forward.
Thanks a ton, Coach.
Any final questions for Coach Heupel, please? Star 1 on your telephone keypad, if so. Coach, appreciate you giving us a few minutes today. Enjoy the open week and look forward to talking to you again next Monday.